Hello everyone, how are we? Is everyone... Oh dear. I forgot I had to keep checking that the countdown thing was going well, setting everything up. I hope everybody's well. I'm on Discord, you know, and I've opened up the voice, so I thought I'd try it. So I don't know if you can join the voice chat on there. And if anyone wants to chat along, you can. I don't know if it just works like that. I'm not really good at Discord, to be honest. Right. So tonight I'm really excited. I had a right whinge at Rex after my stream last night, and they've really kindly given me their update that they're releasing to test, and I had to go with it today, and oh my god, it blew me away. It was fantastic. So without further ado, before we do anything else, because it's going to take what, a good 10 minutes to set up the aircraft to get it going. I've just had the shit from day to me. Sorry, watch my language. And we've got Boris's sounds to test. I think I've loaded them in right. Boris is one of the developers and has been working on a sound pack for the A320 for the takeoff roll and some other bits. So we're going to try that as well. I just hope. So I know I should get in. Get into where? What, into the stream? I was going to do that sim, you know. I'm going to do Jersey through to Birmingham. I just thought with that much going on with everything, it might be too much, but I might do. You're going to log on to Birmingham and be my controller if I do, Lewis. Right, so weather-wise, I'm going to launch the live weather. And I did a flight from Heathrow today. No, I didn't stream it. I did a flight from Heathrow all the way through to Rome. I was just watching something as well. Yeah, you'll get the updates either tomorrow or Saturday. I might just do that then, Lewis. Is anybody else on Discord? Because I don't know if I'm doing it right actually, but I can't hear anybody on there. Right, there we go. Weather has just pulled through straight away, and it knows we're at Jersey, which is the first time it's bloody done it. And it will update. Look at the colour of the sky compared. It's just right. It's how it should be. Right, let's do this. Let's just start getting some power on, and then we can start to work out external power. Let's get these big bad boys going. I'll look at the chat in just a second. I need to work out how to get my voice going in Discord as well. Any experts? I've just watched Aston Villa lose to Stoke as well, so I'm in a foul mood. Right, okay. Emergency lights on. Need some panel lighting. Smoking lights, nav lights. Right, okay. I just love the sky colour. Let's just have a nosy outside. It looks just right. A bit of sun through the cloud as well. So finally got Rex working. Really excited about that. Right, Lewis, you talked me into it. Let's get on that sim then. Connect. Load a flight plan. At the minute, we've just got Scotland and London West on. 28,000 feet. Scottish Centre and London West are the only ones online at the minute. Okay, so we'll go .com 1122.8 and then .sq 2200. So our squawk is set as well. First things first, with the Rex bit, they still haven't fixed the local pressure. You've got to start moving before the local pressure resets. So if I hit B now, it'll stay at 1013, though it's at 992 millibars when I look on here. So we need to climb to 28,000. Speed wise, I'm going to manually intervene at first, setting it at 200, not 201. Right. Let's have a look back at the chat. No one else is... Yup, voice on there works. I can hear you on there. Okay, and it's quite a little ahead. Oh, okay. That might not work then. But if anybody else can join that voice chat, I just thought it might be different. We can always give it a go. If not, don't worry. Right, so setting up our MCDU. Cost index 10, flight number WRB W500. In terms of this stuff, we can't do anything with this at the minute, so we'll leave it. Into performance, we're going to be a flaps 2. Now we need to double click these and it will update this now with the correct weight of fuel and the flap setting for our rotate V1, V2 speeds. Going to change the altitude to 1000 on here for our thrust stroke acceleration. That's working now as well, and it works really well. What else was I going to do? Flight plan out of EGJj. Was it runway 8? I thought it was runway 6. Okay, so Benny 13. So that's all working anyway. That's all been pre-programmed. And then when we get near Birmingham, I'm sure Lewis will give us our arrival runway. Okay, it's really cool having the arrival air traffic controller on the stream. Do I have 1023? What's that? Is that the a PR? Yes, the sounds one is that. Let me just have a look which one I've just pulled. This is pull requests. Where do I find the number? It's normally on the main screen, isn't it? Let me just go back. 1023, yes I do. Yes. Okay, let's get the APU going. And our anti-ice. Now when you see the aircraft on all the videos covered in ice, it's because on FS Labs and Aerosoft the anti-ice system is automatic. On here the buttons underneath here say auto, but they don't work unless you switch them on. Hence why your speed goes really silly, because your pitos are frozen. So you must put these on. Right, what else am I doing? Right. We'll normally put your TARA on when you're about to take off, but it doesn't work anyway. Hi David, nice to see you again. We're just testing out some new sounds, hopefully, if I've loaded them correctly. And we're also testing out Rex, a brand new update, but I'm testing on behalf of Rex to see if it's working. And I have to tell you, it's working really well. Let's pop some panel lighting on and some... I don't like it too bright. Let's put our glass turn the right way, might be helpful. Oh, we have someone nearby. Right, we've still got 4 minutes to go till we align. We don't need to push back today, do we? Either. We just go forward, which is cool. Right. So there's I think there's a demo of the sound. I don't know if it's going to work. Let me know if you can hear this in the background. I've got the latest Birmingham from whatever that mod site is. It's added the NEC, it's added the hotels around the outside, it's added Birmingham City Centre, Villa Park, but it hasn't done too much to the airport, to be fair. I think it's added some static on the other side, on the tower side, if I'm right. But right, let's have a look. 2 minutes to go. We're going to start our engines now. We'll do a dual engine start because I'm impatient and I want to get going. I don't want to hear what these new sounds sound like. So Rex has automatically updated twice since we've been streaming, and we haven't noticed it, which is really good news. There goes those really nice engines. Now, flight director on, auto throttle on. We'll go RTO brake max, arm the speed brakes, laps 2 for takeoff. I'm not going to move, Lewis, until our iOS is aligned. I'm not going to have you tell me off again. I'm only joking. We've got 1 minute to go until we're ready to go. The flaps were supposed to be different. Did we just change the flaps again? No, I don't. Sound the same to me. Okay. Taxi light on. APU off. We'll soon know if I've installed them right. When we're flying down the runway, you should be able to hear the noise as you hit the... Oh, my frames have gone funny. Why have my frames dropped to 9? That's better, they've just jumped back up now. There's a bus coming. Right, okay. We're aligned. I don't think there's any traffic at the airport, but let's get going. Let's just have a quick look on the map. Live map. Yeah, I think it was Rex. There is still that. Every now and again it does that. I've just restarted it and it's just... there is that bug. I've reported that. And when I started at Heathrow earlier, it said I was at Birmingham at first. It did sort itself out straight away, but... Where's my map? There's some right nasty weather over where we are here. Just looking at the map. Just to sort of bring that onto here, look. You can see the weather. We have got some traffic here actually, so we better announce our taxi. Jersey traffic, Speedbird 500 is taxiing to runway 08. No, hang on, whoa. I think ATC's just come online according to this. It has, just a second. So we're not taxiing, we're going to stop and we're just going to call the controller. Let's just have a look at the 80s. That's just a second come online. Runway use 08, correct, that's what we've got. I don't know what stand we're on, to be fair. I'll try and look at the Navigraph maps. Information. Oh God, I need my glasses, I can't read it. M for Mike. But I can't see what stand we're at. So let's just jump onto Navigraph. Bring this on so you can see, I can show you what I'm doing instead of me just doing everything quietly. Open charts, taxi. connect to the sim. So we are there in that corner, which is stand 23. Okay, I think we're stand 23 anyway. It's the only way you can do it at the minute on here. So frequency wise, we are going over to 125.2.
At 13 knots.
Clear to land, runway 08, speedbird 34 Zulu.
Good evening, Jersey approach, speedbird 500, we're at stand 23, we're an Airbus A320neo, information Mike, IFR clearance through to Birmingham please.
Speedbird 500, Jersey Control, good evening, you're cleared to Birmingham, BenX 3 Bravo departure, runway 08, squawk 3611.
Cleared to Birmingham on the BenX 3 Bravo departure via runway 08, squawking 3611, speedbird 500.
Speedbird 500, read back correct.
Yeah, Jersey radar, we don't actually need to push and start today. We're actually facing the right direction, so we're ready to taxi whenever you're ready to let us go. Thank you.
Speedbird 500, roger. You can taxi Holland Point Bravo 1 for runway 08 via Juliet and Bravo QNH 9901 hectopascals.
Taxi to Holding Point Bravo 1, runway 08, via Juliet and Bravo, hectopascals 9901, right, speedbird 500. Right. I'm sure it's just round the corner, but we will just double check. Yeah, so we're just going to go around to there. Okay. Take the parking brake off.
Speedbird 34 Zulu, welcome to Jersey, taxi stand number 1 via Alpha.
Thank you very much, stand number 1 via Alpha for speedbird 34 Zulu.
This will be the bumpiest little taxi you've ever done. I'll tell you if you've ever seen Jersey on Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's a joke, it really is. I've got to sort the mesh out on this. This isn't right. So just looking at our meta now, if anyone was watching the stream last night, you'll know how annoyed and frustrated I was getting because the meta was like 2 days old and it was just wasn't updating. It was giving me all sorts of weird runways. On here, we've got 01 2020 Zulu. So today at 8:20 Zulu, so the meta's half an hour old. So that part of Rex is actually working as well. Now I'm hearing rattling. Does that mean the sound's working? The new sounds? We'll find out when we hit the runway. Good God.
Speedbird 500, are you ready for departure?
Yeah, we're fully ready to go if you are. Thank you. Speedbird 500.
Speedbird 500, roger, you're clear for takeoff, runway 08, surface wind 150 degrees at 13 knots.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 08, speedbird 500. Right, where's my mode, Charlie? Right. Thank God the runway's not as bumpy as the taxiway. Now, if anybody's watching the start of this, when I set the thrust up and changed it to 1000, I'll show you why I did that in a minute, hopefully, if it doesn't let me down. But it should be pretty seamless now. So let's go. Knots, we've got rattling, I'm happy with that. V1 rotates. Gear up. Reset my barometer because I forgot to do that, so we're just passing Jersey radar. Speedbird 500 is just passing 1,800.
Speedbird 500, you're identified. Continue climb flight level 90. Route direct Phoenix.
Climb to 9,000 and route direct Phoenix. Speedbird 500.
Speedbird 500, just want to clarify flight level 90 on the standard pressure.
9,000 on standard pressure, that's correct. Speedbird 500. Right, Phoenix. Okay, so I'm just going to click direct into Phoenix. Let's just do that. Okay, flaps up. Now manage speed. Hi, Mr. Flight Fern, I hope you're well. Okay, so I'm just going to drop. I've got a new sound. I'm not used to that sound. Mr. Flight Sim 7700, what's that sound? Is that wind? Should have done that before takeoff. That speed is still pulling off too fast, though. We nearly touched 280 knots then. No worries, we're glad to see you on here, Mr. Flight Fun. It doesn't sound good, does it? It sounds like someone's in the shower. I don't like that.
Speedbird 500, continue climb flight level 190.
Continue climb to flight level 190, Speedbird 500. I don't... It's got to be a way of... I'll give them some feedback on that. I should just make a note. Wind, noise, in cabin, on takeoff. 190. Hello Gary, how do you play? How do you play what? Is that noise coming from Discord or is it coming from... I'm going to disconnect the Discord because I don't see anybody else chatting on there. No, it's not coming from there. I really don't like that wind noise. So Rex is working fine so far. Just keeping my eye on it. I think the aircraft sounds nice, but that wind noise is probably more realistic. But I don't know. I'm unsure. I'm not sold on it yet. switching. We need to go to standard pressure. Turn our lights out. Yeah, I'm sure I can. Absolutely can. And one of our controllers is on the stream, so actually one of the gentlemen on the stream tonight will be landing us at Birmingham, which is quite exciting.
Speedbird 500, you're shortly about to leave my airspace. Unfortunately, there's no further ATC available. Please maintain Unicom frequency 122.8. Have a good flight to Birmingham.
Thanks, buddy, and speak to you again. Bye-bye now. 122.8.
See ya.
Right, I'm just keeping my eye on the weather because it hasn't updated yet. You know what, I've been rushing about that much, I haven't even put the strobes on. I'm going to be really told off there. Quite a nice, it's a good climb now on the mods. It used to race up at stupid amounts, but what was this, 2,900, 2,800? Can't quite read that, that's quite good. And we can climb to cruise altitude now. And the sun's setting just on the horizon, which looks quite nice. The altimeter look. What do you mean, the book? It flipped because I changed it from I changed it to standard pressure from local pressure, I think is what you saw. I might be wrong. My good friend Lewis is going to be my approach controller at Birmingham. I need to be on my game here. I've got to get this right. So let's get our charts loaded. I think we're gonna be, unless it changes. Let's just look at the plan. Are we? Right, that's going to be a Grove 1 Charlie arrival by the look of it. And I need to find my flight plan. When it comes up. Wow, look at the moon coming up. That's stunning. Okay. For some reason my sim talking pros decided to die, so I just need to close it and reload it. Wow, that moon looks stunning. Right, current flight plan, thank you, connect to flights, routing is runway 15 today. That means it's got to go all the way around, Lewis. Is that right? Is it runway 15? I want to have a look at the moon. My frames have dropped again. Let's go back inside, see if it makes a difference. Right. That's twice that's happened now. It seems to be Rex is trying to inject something, and every time Rex tries to inject something, the frames drop and it doesn't manage to inject it. But it's now just jumped over to this local runway now. There's still bugs in it, but it is working so much better. But I noticed the frames drop right down. And it's always when Rex is trying to update that fails, so I'll report that bug back to them tonight. Yeah. Bringing on Flight Toolkit Pro, Sim Toolkit Pro, so you can actually see. Yeah, you could. They're going to release this over the next couple of days, but there's definitely. Look, it's 1,000 times. I couldn't use it last night. It wasn't updating. It just wasn't usable. Tonight, it really is usable. It's an awful lot better. However, it's still got a couple of bugs with it. You've got to sort of accept that before you load it on, I think. Just coming to top of climb. Lewis, are you still with us? Before we get busy and hectic and get into chatting, let's just set up our approach. So that's in, we'll go dot meta EGBB. So QNH is 9903. Temperature is 09. Wind is 120 at 5 knots. Transition 6,000, and our MDA at Cap 3 is 50. Very good. Just chill for a bit now. It's a really short flight, to be fair. We're going to be descending again. We're descending in about 10 minutes. I haven't tried the 787, to be fair. Hi Craig, good evening. The 787 is I haven't had a go with it yet, and I understand the modders have got hold of it as well, and they're doing something wonderful on that and on the 747. But I don't know, I think I've been spoiled with the 777 from PMDG. I don't think anything works on it yet, does it? Right. EG, yeah, Lewis has just gone online at Birmingham. We can look at the 80s now. They're nowhere near as good. I totally agree. I've seen a couple of videos and I thought, do you know what? All you've done is you've turned. I just think all they've done is they've enabled the IRS. It just seems to be that's all they've done. Right, let's have a look at the 80s for Birmingham. Information Golf runway news. Yes, 33. We don't have to go all the way around. Fantastic. Oh. Oh. Go Charlie. Information Golf runway 33. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Lewis. Okay, so we've got some advanced information. So we can go. Arrival will be ILS 33, Grove 1 Charlie, and we'll just get rid of that via. Just make sure our 110.1 is in, and it is. I did have a problem landing this in Rome today. I took the autopilot off at 250 feet and it just dropped. So that's what we were talking about that last night. I managed to recover it through the throttle, but it was really hard and it was like an emergency landing more than a normal landing. Right. I bought, it wasn't expensive, it was the, what do you call it? It's, let me take it off and have a look, hang on. It's the Corsair headset. It's a USB headset, it's not wireless, but quality is really, really good. Hi Craig, yeah, it all depends. There's loads of different things you need to consider. First things first, have you got Navigraph installed? Have you got the latest AirRack information installed? See if I can load it for you quickly. Have you got version 13 installed? Because that sorts a lot of the autopilot issues out with the planning. But more importantly, have you got the mod installed? Which is the which is what this is. This is the A32NX fly-by-wire mod. So lots of questions I could ask you really around your autopilot taking you around in circles. And to be fair, once you get close to the airport, either your air traffic controller should vector you, or you are vectoring yourself if they're offline, really. But yeah, do you know what, the Navigraph, it has Revolution, it's got all the proper working mods, not all the mods, sorry, the stars and SIDs are correct as they should be. It's made a big difference. I'm not going to lie, I've still had some airports where you're following an RNAV approach and all of a sudden it's just decided to route itself to the runway and forgotten what it was doing. But it's an awful lot better. Right, I'm just going to program the mod. I'm going to see if I can get the VNAV working on here. So we need to be at 22,000 by Hemel and 9,000 by Honolulu. Let's have a look and make sure there's no more. In here to affect this, and then we'll see if we can get this. Oh, don't call it a game in this room, they'll be after you. I'll be after you. I'm joking, don't worry. Sort of joking anyway. Right, so I just want to make sure that we've got this set. Sorry about this, guy. I just want to test out the VNAV element of this that they've been working on, just to see if I can get this working. Because I'm streaming, I'm also testing this. Don't worry. Sim. Right, okay. So where are we? 38.8. So I'm going to descend now. You could argue on both sides, I totally agree. Right. So selected descent, we've got no response. Because I didn't select an altitude, you silly boy. Right, we'll go 9,000, which is the... Right, so what I want to see is, does the mod get to 22,000 by Hemel? That'll be the first test. Right, so you know, that's frustrating. I think that little bit of slows to 240 on descent. We noticed that last night as well, didn't we? Hello, Mark. Apparently, I'm on his 55-inch TV across the living room. That's really funny. Hello, bud. That's cool. I've never been on anybody's 55-inch anything, young man. Thank you very much. I'll have you know. Anybody watching hasn't subscribed, do me a favour and click the old button, because I haven't got many subscribers. I'm Billy No Mates, and I'd really appreciate it. That's as much as it goes. If you do like the video, click like. You know, all the standard stuff. Right, so here we go. We're just coming up on Hemel. Does this work or doesn't this work is the point. It's just getting a little bit closer. Those frames again, I'm quite sure we've got a problem with Rex again. It's definitely updated to the latest, the local airport. No, it hasn't. The frames have jumped back up. Okay. By the way, I've limited my frames to 30. Just reading one of the developers for the mod was saying if you limit your frames to 30, the game runs a lot. The sim runs a lot better. I nearly said game. Hey there, I. Right. Well, that absolutely didn't work because we haven't got to Hemel yet and we've gone past 22,000. Prior to the latest version of the sim coming out, that was working fine. No, if you've got NVIDIA, you need to go to the NVIDIA driver and limit the frames. Oh, I heard someone. Yeah, that's it. Limit it in the control panel, but there's some other settings as well. I'll show you, but they've suggested. At the minute, I can tell I'm at top of descent because I'm using Sim Toolkit Pro, which I'm just going to drag on screen, and it tells me my top of climb and top of descent. Well, I've descended a little bit earlier tonight because I've got some inside information from an air traffic controller that's going to bring us in, and probably, hopefully, a bit of a shortcut. However, I rely on this at the minute, but the guys at Fly By Wire are working on this right now. Okay, Birmingham approach is 123.975.com 123.975. We'll log in now because I'm sure the air traffic controller. I know he's turned off YouTube now, so we can hear us on VATSIM. But he'll be contacting us shortly. One thing I have noticed though is our descent rate has dropped quite slow actually, so I think it is trying to work at getting us to 9,000 by Honolulu. But just before the latest update came out from Microsoft, it was doing the VNAV bit quite well, but it seems to have broken. Birmingham approach, good evening, Speedbird 500 is with you, Airbus A320neo, information Golf, we're at 15,000 for 9,000, then we're inbound Olney. Hopefully. I'm not getting any voice.
Good evening. Be back to Van Allen approach runway 133. Route direct Honolulu descend flight level 90.
Route direct to Honolulu, descend to flight level 90, speedbird 500. Oh no, okay, cool. Right, so we will go direct to Okay, so we will need to go auto brake on, speed brakes armed, so performance, just make sure that is correct. That's it. Yep, happy with that. Run rate 33 in the grove. And our latest METAR's just pulled through as well. It's just to show that this is working tonight for anybody that was on last night with the new version, which now just loaded in Heathrow. I want to be nosy and find out where that other aircraft is going. So if you haven't used Sim Toolkit Pro before, Craig, I did put a video on of it. I didn't want that one, I wanted that one. I put a little video on last night of how to use this, but you'll see where we are here, and that was like other aircraft just coming past, and that's somebody going from Nottingham through to wherever that is, EGBB, I don't know. I do use SimBrief, but so does Sim Toolkit Pro. So literally what happens is that you do all your route planning on Sim Toolkit Pro, and it automatically talks to SimBrief and sets it all up for you. So as I say, if you get a chance, have a look at the video I posted last night about how to use Sim Toolkit Pro. It works really effectively. Right. Let's have a look at my Navigraph charts and see where we are. Oh, you have Sim Toolkit Pro, brilliant. No, so when you are on VATSIM, you need to make sure that all of your multiplayers and all other players are turned off. So literally, when you load the sim, you're Billy No Mates until you start VPilot. My advice is massively starting a quiet
Speedbird
airport.
500, descent to altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 993 hectopascals, 30 miles and touchdown.
Descend to 6,000, QNH 993 and 30 miles to touchdown. Thank you very much, Speedbird 500. So, descend to 6,000. So back to, if you use VATSIM, Craig, and your air traffic controllers online, they manage your descents. Right, we just need to go into the local pressure is reading at 993 as well, so Rex is working really well tonight, so everything is matching up. Where is our decel points? That's what I want to know. Just before we get to Honolulu, okay. We'll have a look outside. There's a lot of traffic about tonight in terms of live traffic. And we are... I've done it again, I haven't put my lights on. Have you noticed... every time I go outside, come back in, the wind noise stops and then it starts again. No, you don't need to turn on any live players. No,
Speedbird 500, descent to altitude 5,000 feet.
You set it to 5,000 feet, Speedbird 500. My best advice I can ever give anybody, but somebody gave me once on VATSIM, is write everything down, then read it back to the controller, and then make the adjustments on the aircraft. Don't try and do it any other way, because you will make a mess and you'll get confused what you're reading back.
Speedbird 500, turn left heading 285.
Turn left heading 285, Speedbird 500. Right, frames have gone loopy on me again. I just need to... There you go. It is Rex causing a problem. Charts, what I tend to do now, I'm not even looking at the right charts, is open the charts, click on the approach for runway 33, ILS, where's it gone? Then we can see exactly what the air traffic control is doing with us now. Wondering if I'm going to close...
Speedbird 500, descent to altitude 4,000 feet.
Descending to 4,000 feet, Speedbird 500. Just going to make that change, then I'm going to close Rex. I've got a feeling... Could be, but I've not started it in admin. Rex reloading, don't worry, there isn't a thunderstorm. Made me jump though.
Bluebird 500, descent to altitude 2,000 feet, turn right heading 290 degrees, cleared island approach runway 33.
Descent to 2,000 feet, turn right heading 290, cleared ILS approach, runway 33, speed 500. Rex is working. I'm just testing a new mod update for them, not mod. I've got a couple of bugs with it, but it does keep dropping my frames down to 2 or 3 frames. We just need to instigate approach phase because we're going too fast. I mean, there's Rex. It's automatically realised we're in Birmingham. It knows, so that it's all working fine. It's just when it pushes through an update in the weather, it is dropping my frames. It is. Now we're going to find out what other bugs we've got, what are going on with this. Right, flaps 1. Well, we're still going too fast. Sorry, I should have checked the speed first. That's the naughty boy.
Bluebird 500, runway 33, clear to land, so between 120 degrees and 5 knots.
Clear to land, runway 33, speed 500. Hi Kevin. Yeah, there's an FPS drop when it's intermittently when it's updating and pushing through new weather. Right. Gear down. I don't think it'll be butter. I don't think it'll be butter after last night, if I'm being honest. I've had a couple of really bad landings today because there's an elevator issue, isn't there? But we'll give it a go. 500. Too much pressure now. Why have I got 2 autopilots on? 400. That's new. Is it going to auto land for me? No. Hey, I'm alright with that. I like that. That was alright. Where's the exit? It's too dark. I can't see the exit. Should be some green lights. I can see it. No, it's 21, not 2. I am pushing this little rig to the max.
500, welcome to Birmingham, taxi to stand 56, left via Alpha Delta Victor.
Stand 56 by Alpha Delta Victor, speedbird 500. Right, we just need to clean up. So we are lights off.
Birmingham approach, hello there, drop up mic, radio check please.
Golf Papa Mike, Birmingham Radar. Good evening, visibility 5.
Thank you very much. Really
I'm
fabulous.
just going to load up the Navigraph charts to find out where Stan 56 is, because I've got to be honest, since Microsoft Flight Simulator's come along, I've got no bloody idea where anything is. By Victor, so 56 is going to be around there. Airport, parking stands. 56 is halfway down there. Okay. Lewis, I'll try and get it as close to 56 as I can. So, now I've landed and I can talk a bit. When the frames drop, all you do is you just click the red button to disconnect it, and then the green button to reconnect it, and the frames jump straight back up. They will fix it. Have we added the lighting into the clouds as well? Because that wasn't there before. See how the runway lights are lighting the rain up and the clouds? That's new. I think the frame rate on YouTube is playing up. I think it's my streamer, because when I was watching my own stream back last night of my landing, it looked like it kept freezing, but it didn't. I might try Twitch. Right, let's have a quick look. Alpha. I do like some of that sound now, the clanking around and stuff as we're taxiing. But we do need to turn the winds down, I think. But I'm just looking at the... Oh, I just grabbed the wrong thing. If I look at here, look. You know, you just mentioned about, look, this skip frames detected 26% over the last 2 minutes of the frames didn't get uploaded. Which is weird, because I've got a 9...
Birmingham, Golf Papa Mike, yeah, if we can get it clear on stage, we'll be departing northeast to VFR to East Midlands.
How can you do VFI in this weather? I've lost 26% of my frames.
Roger, you're clear to leave the Birmingham control zone via the M42 junction 1010 west, not above altitude 1,500 feet, VFR, the QNH of 993 hectopascals. Squawk 0417.
I've got a 900 meg upload.
Thank you very much. Clear to leave Birmingham on the M42, departure 0417 on the box, and copy the QNH for Golf Papa Mike, not above 1,500 feet.
Golf Papa Mike, correct.
There's no gates here. There is. I just can't see what I'm doing. Don't know what stand I'm on, Lewis. I'm just, I can't work out. It's not my internet though, that's the thing. I'll show you in just a second. I'll just pull up. That's the problem though. Every time I land, it freezes on the connection. And it's not the PC, I don't know what it is. Oh, I'll have a look, because that. If you know all about that stuff, you could probably really help me. Because I don't know all about that stuff. Right, first things first, let's just see if it's probably going to let me down now, but look, fast.com. Internet connection. At the minute, is hovering at, well, I've got a 900 meg connection, but obviously with streaming going on, I've still got 780 whilst I'm streaming. It's absolutely not a connection issue.
All stations, Birmingham radar is now closed. Monitor Unicorn 122, decimal 8, good evening.
Thank you, Lewis.
Welcome.
No, you know, Lewis.
Just showing this little mod. I probably showed this before as well. This little mod here, I'll show you in a second. Got no external power here either, so let's start the APU. And then you can actually connect your jetway. If that's not a fake one. Is that a fake one? No way. It's not a real one. So you can't connect the jetway. No rubbish. And when you're taxiing, this is brilliant. It really is, because you can steer the aircraft a bit. You can get that as a free mod. Right, so we'll wait for the APU to come on, and then we will have a chat, I think. So tell me about encoding. Just turn these lights off. If you're using CPU for encoding, then it's because it's trying to encode the stream and build up the... No, I don't think I am. Let me just... If I bring the streamer onto the screen here, look, and go to settings, stream encoding. So it should be uploaded. Can you see what you need to see on that? Oh, by the way, I can't see your chat now. I'll just put that back on this screen. Can you see what you need to see on that screen there? Or do I need to go anywhere else? Probably won't let me make any changes because we're in a stream. Output, is it under output? So the encode is using my NVIDIA. The bit rate's 10,000, is that right? Or too high, too low? I've got a 100 meg upload. Yeah, I will. Let me just turn the engines off now the APU's on. It's exactly the same. It's just an OBS. It's just the same as OBS, Streamlabs. This is where I need experts. Bitrate control, I see, I don't know what any of this is, but whilst I'm streaming I can't have a look or change it. But last couple of nights I've had real problems landing with the stream freeze. Did it freeze tonight when I was landing, by the way? Oh Christ! Okay, I wonder what to do to sort that out. That's pointless. That's frustrating. Oh, should we have a look at the landing rate? I haven't seen it myself yet. $293. It wasn't the best. Right. So CPU wise, yeah, it could be the GPU, you know. Because if you look at it, it's running at 100%. But GP, I wonder if we should change the encoding to the CPU. I'll try that. Never mind. Right, I always get told off for ending the stream abruptly. Now I don't know how to end it. So, anybody else got any other questions I want to ask about the mod, about Rex? What turned down my settings in the sim? The resolution and stuff. I don't want to do that though. I like it in 4K. Yeah, I might just do that tomorrow night. I might just drop the resolution. Because it's... No, okay, I won't. My Discord is in the comments if anybody wants to have a chat on there. What version of... the latest stable version is 0.3.1. Me and Flight Simmer 7700 are alpha testers for the mod, so we do get releases early, and we sort of test them whilst we're streaming to show people what's coming. So tonight you will have heard some different sounds and things that we're testing. There's a whole host of things coming. I can probably give you a bit of insight if you're interested. What we're testing right now. Let me just load it up. So what we're testing right now is the minor vertical offset correction to the flight director. Fix for non-runway specific stars not showing. Adding sounds for lots of different things. I can put some comments on that one. FADEC power supply logic. I don't know what that is. I need to read it. Separate captain and first officer displays. These are all coming in the next release, by the way. We're currently testing. Corrected the MCDU flight phase with new vanilla files. The chrono on the ND and the GPS primary message. The init page revisions. Add support for magenta text colour. I don't think that's important. The closest airports page is coming. IRS init page and engine 1 and 2 oil low pressure PR checklist is coming. In addition to that, they're working on the electronic flight bag, which they think will be ready by Christmas to go down here. I don't know what it will do or any features have not said. A complete rewrite of the MCDU is coming. They're working on it now. I don't have a timeline for it, but it's a complete code rewrite away from Asobo. And if anybody heard the stream, was it last night or the night before, from Microsoft, they've now acknowledged the fly-by-wire team as an integral part of the sim, and they're going to support them, and you'll be able to get the latest stable version of the mods from the marketplace as well. It's actually going to be recognised as a Microsoft approved product. Yeah, there's loads of good stuff to come. You got to remember, there isn't one developer working on this. There's loads of developers all coming up with their own ideas and implementing their own ideas into the sim. And then it's mine and a couple of other guys like Mr. Simmer 7700. It's our job to test it, and like I say, I like to test it on a stream, so people that are interested in the mod can have a look and see what's coming, have a play. So apart from that, that's cool. Any questions on Rex or anything? Just in case you didn't hear it before, I'm testing a better release that's going to be due out in the next couple of days, which will fix a lot of the issues. I do have an issue with Rex when it is pushing an update through of weather. My frames are dropping to 1 or 2 frames per second, and they lock, and I have to stop the synthesis, restart the synthesis, and the frames jump straight back up. Thank you. It did land. We did have an alright landing, I think. It just, by the sound of it, you didn't get to see it because the screen froze, which will be horrendous. Yeah, I've never used self-loading cargo. When I'm simming and I'm not testing, I use PAX. PACX, is it? Which is this thing here. Yeah, similar to PAX. I've got PAX. Quite like the boarding music and stuff you can put on. I've been onto YouTube and I've ripped the BA official boarding video. See if I can find it, and I don't know if you can hear it. No, it's not that one. It's the safety. I don't even know if you'll be able to hear it. So I just ripped it off the YouTube.
Steve, it is important that you pay attention and follow instructions carefully.
And that
First,
links
check your
really
seatbelt
nicely
is
into
securely
PAX.
fastened.
So that sounds really good as well. Yeah. So when I'm actually simming and I'm not testing, and I tend to use quite a few mods and things. Look at the weather. Yeah, copyright. Shh. I never said that on a live stream. Right, okay. Let me just show you as well. If I can get it to load. Document. Half the stuff on my computer's decided not to work there. Trying to open the documents file explorer. Will that open? No. Nothing wants to open. I was going to show you a video that I did today of a thunderstorm at Jersey on Rex. I should be able to show it on the main screen if I can get the bloody thing to load. Let's just close Rex down. Nope, doesn't want to load. If I go to aha, I can cheat and do it that way. Right, let me just find this. I'll drag it off the screen. Time was that? I've just got to find the right one to show you. This was me coming into approach in Jersey earlier when I was just testing out some of the software. This was live weather. Hi guys, how are you, buddy? We absolutely can do some stuff in Switzerland. You can't see. Can you see the video I'm playing or not? Or has that just gone off the screen? There it is. I'm more than happy to come and do a Swiss flight. So this was, I think this just goes on and on a bit. See if I can find. See if I can just Is it not? Is it not coming through? Can you not see that streaming? So if you look at the clouds off Rex today, so this is coming into Jersey to land today. Look at those clouds. You do not find that structure of clouds in Microsoft Flight Simulator on its off its own engine. So there's a thunderstorm going off over to the right. There's a thunderstorm behind me, and then there's clear blue skies just over the element of. And the only issue, yes, right now with the beta patch on Rex, the only issue is the FPS drop, and as I say, they'll fix that really quickly. I'm quite sure of it. So let me just drop this video out a minute, and I'll just drop in one of the other ones I did. This was on the ground after when I'd landed. And I think the other video on here is of nothing. Let's have a look. Yeah, it was after I'd made a video. It was one of those videos I thought I'd finished recording. Yeah, that's nothing. Okay. So yeah, that's those clouds. Though they are generated from Microsoft Simulator, you need Rex to be able to stack them like that. I've never seen anything like that. The rain is a lot heavier. The thunderstorms a lot louder. You've got rainbows showing up in it. Rex have done a really good job. What they didn't do was test the software properly before they released it, and they released it with a load of bugs, and it just didn't work. Now they've spent the week fixing the bugs. It's a really good product that I would absolutely recommend. And you know, make it clear, I've got nothing to do with those guys. You know, I'm recommending it because I'm a simmer that likes it. I do want them to fix the issue with the frame rate though, because you've seen on the flight we've just done, 3 or 4 times my frames dropped to like 1 every time it was injecting new weather. So apart from that, any other questions? Nope, no changes to the cloud texture whatsoever. And nor Rex hasn't made any changes either. It's just the way Rex loads the clouds in. Let's just turn this to daytime right now. And then let's just go outside. This is live weather right now in Birmingham. No, it's 20. Yeah, no worries. I should be on tomorrow night. God knows what I'll be testing. But thanks for joining. Just coming out. Just come out of here a little bit and have a look. We can pan around. This is Birmingham. Hopefully the frames are. I can see the frames now. You know what? On my screen that's going out to you, I can see the way it's. Oh no, do you know what? That's really annoying. My screen, it's really smooth, but on the screen I can see, you can see. It's cheers Andy. I can see the frame rate. So let's just go in now. I'm just going to make some settings changes on here. Oh, I need to close vPilot down because I'm still connected to VATSIM. Let's just push the render scaling down. Right. That's better, look. That's moving a lot better, isn't it? Can you see that better your end? That on my the screen that's being transmitted out. No, it's nothing to do with Rex. It's just to do with the stream. Even if I turn Rex off, I've been getting stutters. Okay, I've just scaled down to 2K. So my landings tomorrow night should be crystal clear. There's the NEC, is it, in Birmingham? And what did I do? I went into settings. I've got a 4K. Yeah, but what I've been told, buddy, is because it's a 4K screen, leave it at 4K and downscale it on here. Don't mess with that, otherwise it'll look washed out and horrible. Leave it on the best resolution, but render scale it down. Iceman told me that, who's the main key developer of the mod. Now I can see on the screen now that's actually working really effectively. Yeah, I've got a 4K screen, hence why you've got to leave the resolution in 4K, otherwise it just comes all washed out. But look at the way the rain, can you see the rain coming over the distance over there, look? That looks incredible. What we've got on Rex as well is some different modes. I'm just going to restart it. Yeah, well, I've never really had a 4K screen until recently, and I bought one, and I just tried to put it on low settings, and it just looked horrible. And then Iceman said, "No, leave it." So, guys, what we're going to do, I'm just going to try some different things. I've never really bothered with these before. So, approaching warm front. Let's have a look what that does. So that should be, the weather's not over you, but there should be all sorts going on. And one of the other things whilst it's loading that I really like about Rex so far is, I'll just leave that loading in the background, I can actually search for weather. So if I want to go and find a thunderstorm right now, it'll tell me where there are thunderstorms. So EIDW, is that Dublin? There's thunderstorms in Dublin, so what we can actually do is just go and respawn in Dublin and put Rex on. See how the weather hasn't changed, but apparently what it does now is it adds in a warm front and it starts to change the weather and transition it over. Anyway, that'll do for tonight, I think. Any other questions or anything else before I call it a night? Don't think so. All right. Thank you very, very much. And we shall see you soon.